Okay, hello everyone. I just felt like coming on and running my mouth for a little while, right before I get ready to go to work. So first of all, let me start off by saying that I really like my new camera. I don't well, not a new camera. So I got a new phone. I got the Galaxy S21, and the camera on it is bomb. So I just wanted to start off by saying that. And then what else? So I have another trip coming up. I am going back to Houston, and okay, so it's kind of for like business slash pleasure because I'm planning a big move, and I want to move to Houston because that is where I would prefer to go to medical school. So this trip is gonna be to like kind of scout out places that I wouldn't mind living, and then also to take a tour of the schools that I'm interested in going to and all that other stuff. So that should take like a day or two, and then after that I'm just free to go out and have fun and stuff like that. But this trip has been a hot mess. I don't know what is going on with these airlines, but it's been pretty tragic, y'all. And it's not even so much because of like the price points and stuff. Well, one thing with the price points, because that's the car rental stuff, but I'm gonna get to that in a minute. But like as far as the airplanes and stuff like that, well, the plane tickets, it hasn't been that bad across the board, because I checked Delta, I checked Southwest, and I've checked what's the other one, American, and all the ticket prices are good. But as far as that goes, it's more so like the times that I would have to like come back, because I don't have a problem with leaving early. I actually prefer to leave early. That way I can just go ahead and get to my destination and be at my destination. And I think I've said that before. So that's not really the issue. So the price isn't really the issue. It's just like the time that I would have to come back, because I kind of like to stay a little bit later before I get ready to leave from wherever it is that I went to. So I guess I just have to suck it up and get over it. So, and then too, I was also thinking, and I can't even decide whether I want to just go ahead and fly there, if I just want to do a road trip, because it's like, I like road trips too. And I used to just like road trips because I used to be scared, because, what is a scared? Because I used to be afraid to fly, but now that's not the case anymore. But I still just like doing road trips and stuff like that. So I've been going back and forth with myself on whether I should do a road trip or whether I should just go ahead and fly. And I feel like because I have so much stuff that I need to go ahead and take care of, that I should probably just go ahead and fly and get there and be there. And that brings me to my issue with these damn rental cars. So usually when I go on a trip, I usually go Thursday through Sunday. So this particular time, because I have a little extra that I need to do instead of just like wanting to do, I decided to make my trip Wednesday through Sunday. Now, I was looking at rental cars, right? And for the original time, and I think I figured this out too, so this is kind of just like a little mini rant and stuff like that. I wish it wasn't this way, but I mean, I guess I had to figure out a solution, so whatever. So I was gonna go on the 14th, and the plan was to get there around like 9ish, and then that way I could start doing like my tours and stuff around 10 or 11. So for the time that I pick it up and then the time that I was going to drop it off, it was originally going to be like at 5ish maybe, because that's about because I was going to leave at like, no, I'm sorry, it's probably going to be about 4, because like the departing flight that I was originally looking at was at like 6:30, and I like to go ahead and get to the airport early and stuff like that, because I have to drop off I would have to drop off the rental car, and then I would also have to make my way to the airport, get through TSA and all that other stuff, and there's no telling how long that's supposed to be, or it's going to be. So I just like to go ahead and get there 2 hours early, just to keep from like missing my flight and all this other crazy stuff. So that was the original plan. But when I put in those specific I guess they're called parameters, maybe, or we're going to call them parameters. So when I put in that specific information, the prices of the rental cars were coming up to like $500 and $600, and that was like the minimum, because it only went up from there. And I was like, I'm not about to pay $500 fucking for a rental car. I was like, this is ridiculous. And that was across the board too, y'all. It was across the board. And then I was also informed that prices for rental cars are going up because of COVID and stuff like that, which I'm like, okay, I kind of sort of understand it, but at the same time, it's like people are still traveling. So it's like, I get it, but then I don't get it. So that was that. So then I was like, okay, well, maybe because the flight that started at 6:30, we were going to get home at about 9. So I was like, well, maybe it's better if I'm not out all late at night and stuff like that. So I was like, well, what if I chose an earlier flight, but like, you know, paid a little bit more for the ticket, because the original ticket was like $128, but the one that I'm looking at now was like $167, and then it's like the flight starts at like 2, and then you'll be home at like 8. And so I was like, okay, well, maybe it's best if I just go ahead and get back home and be there and stuff like that. And so I was like, let me just go ahead and see what it would be like if I did it for the original time that I was going to get there, and the new time that I'm going to bring it back. So if I have to be at the airport at 2, then that means, if the flight leaves at 2, that means I would have to be at the airport around 12. So I was like, let me go ahead and put that in and put 12 o'clock in, so, and see what comes up then. And it went down about like $100 something, which is better, but like this trip has just been such a, oh my gosh, it has been such a headache. And I love Houston, and like this is low-key making me want to take a road trip, but even then that's going to be kind of pushing it, because it's like it's about 10 hours to Houston. And so the only thing that I could think of is that I would probably have to leave work early and go ahead and hit the road as soon as I get off and stuff like that. So I don't know, like, traveling is fun, but traveling can be a freaking headache from time to time too. And so like, I'm really right now, I have a rental car that I booked already, just in case I decide to actually do the road trip. But like, it's just been a hot mess, and I've just been over here racking my brain. And at one point I was like, well, what if I pick it up? Because, okay, so Texas, or Houston specifically, has 2 different airports. They have George Bush Intercontinental, and I thought it was George Bush International for like the longest, until I actually looked at it closely and saw that it said Intercontinental, and I'm just like, okay, sis, you need to learn how to read. So they have George Bush Intercontinental, and then they have Hobby Airport. Now the thing is, it's cheaper to fly into Hobby, but it's cheaper to rent a rental car from George Bush Intercontinental. So, and I'm guessing, like, I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing it's because Hobby is like maybe a smaller airport. I don't know how factual that is. I'm actually going to look at that, but I don't really know for sure. But I'm guessing that might be what it is, because Hobby is like maybe a smaller airport, and then so therefore that would make, I guess, the rental car places smaller and stuff like that. I don't know, but yeah, that's just the case. It's cheaper to fly into Hobby, but then it's cheaper to rent a car at George Bush. And I've just been like going all over the place. So I was like, well, what if I fly into George Bush and pick up the rental car, but then I fly out of Hobby and leave the rental car there, and then I can just see like what the drop-off fee would be like. Like, I have been over here just like all over the place. Like, I've basically been having a staff meeting by myself, one-person staff meeting, trying to figure out what to do about this damn trip, because it has just been a hot freaking mess. And so there is going to be a little change of scenery in the last part of this video. I started recording one day, and then I ended up having to go to work, so I finished recording the next day. So yeah, if you notice a little change of scenery, aka my clothes, don't be alarmed. I just filmed this in 2 parts. That is all. Thank you. So yeah, like I was saying in the first part of this video, it's cheaper to fly into Hobby, and they also have better like times to like fly in and depart and stuff like that. But then it's cheaper to rent a car at George Bush Intercontinental. And so originally I was thinking like maybe I could just like, once I get there, I could just take an Uber to George Bush International, like I was saying, like drop the car off. But then I was like, girl, that's too damn much. So I think I'm just gonna have to, if I decide not to do the road trip, I'm just gonna have to like do like the time change and stuff like that. So that's an option. And then can I talk about how I have been having such a hard time remembering that time zones do exist? Because like I was like looking for the plane tickets, and then like I noticed like I would leave at 6 or something like that, but then I would get there at like 7, but then it would be like something like that, and then but it would be like a 2-hour flight or something like that, and I'm just like, what the hell kind of time are y'all telling? And then initially I was gonna call them and be like, look, I think y'all flight times is wrong. But then like I remember time zones were a thing, and I'm just like, no girl, you just need to remember that time zones are a thing and mind your business. That's what you need to do. But like I have been having a really hard time remembering that time zones are a thing. So this trip, when I say this trip has just been like a hot mess to plan, and then it's like I'm still going back and forth on whether I want to do like a road trip and stuff like that, like I said. So I just like, my life is in shambles right now because of this damn trip, and it's quickly approaching. So I do need to figure out what I'm gonna do so I can go ahead and either purchase my plane tickets or just go ahead and keep the rental car reserved. And I mean, like, y'all pray for me, okay? Because it's just like, I don't understand why this is so difficult, and I'm really stuck on these price points with this damn rental car. Like why is it fun? Like, okay, so like the time that I was originally going to leave, and bring the car back, that was like when it was like the $500 and stuff like that, and that was starting. And I tried Hertz, I tried Enterprise, I tried Alamo, like I tried all of the girls, and all of them were like $500 and upwards, and some of them started at like $600. And I'm just like, you know, girl, I like to travel and everything, but I don't know what type of money y'all think I'm out here making and stuff like that, where I could just pay $700 for a rental car. And then I saw the little thing at top where it was like $386 for a week, but then it would like jump to like $500 something, and I'm just like, that's a pretty huge leap. So I'm kind of confused with that. But I mean, I don't know, overall I'm excited about the trip. Like I have a few things that I want to do. I have a few things that I need to do too, but I have more things that I just want to do. So this is gonna be, y'all, I don't know what the hell this is gonna be. I don't know, like and then on top of all of that, I have to buy new luggage. I've been saying I need to buy new luggage for like the longest. And then I told my dad that I needed some new luggage, and he said he would get me some. But then I told him I wanted like leopard print luggage, and he was just like, that's tacky. And I'm just like, you can keep your shade to yourself, sir. Okay, like I don't need that negativity in my life. But I did see some cute luggage sets that I was looking at. I've been looking on Amazon, and I've been looking around Kohl's and all that other fun stuff. Like I want one of those luggage sets, because the one I have now, like the only thing you can do is pull it behind you. And I feel like it would be a little bit more comfortable for me if I was able to, if I had like the 360 wheel thingy. I don't really know the technical term for it, but I feel like it would be more comfortable if I had like the wheels that just went all over the place, like turned all over the place and stuff like that. And then that way, while I'm walking, I could just walk with my suitcases and stuff next to me, and then I could have like a little bag that I carry on, because I started flying Southwest and stuff like that, and they let you have two free check bags, and then they let you have a carry-on. And so what I'm thinking is like hopefully I remember to underpack. Like I tell myself not to pack heavy all the time, and I never listen to myself, like ever. So I'm gonna make a concerted effort to pack light, because like I like to go shopping and stuff like that, and then it's like if my bag is already full, there's only so much shopping that I can do because everything is not gonna fit. And that was the issue that I had when I went to, I think it was Dallas. That was the issue I had when I went to Dallas, because like I had been overpacked and shit, and like I couldn't even go shopping, and I was just so upset about it. Like, I was like, I can't even go shopping because I don't have anywhere to put anything. I did think about just buying like another bag and just paying the baggage fee and stuff like that, but then I don't even feel like carrying all of that stuff. So I just need to remember to pack light. And yeah, I think that's the end of this rant. Like, I think that's it. Like, I am over here making my life a living hell for a trip to Houston. And I like Houston and stuff like that. Like, the hotels are all very reasonably priced and stuff like that, so I'm not mad at that. But it's just, it's the process of getting there. And that's usually what it is with me and traveling. That's usually where like the point of contention comes in. Like, it's the getting there part that is just the most difficult for me for some reason. But like, once I'm there, I'm there. But it's like, and then I always get nervous because I'm just like, oh my God, what if they like lose my booking or something like that? And like, I take screenshots of everything just in case so we don't have that problem. But I'm just like, oh my gosh, what if they can't find my booking? What if I rent a car and then they can't find like where I reserved the rental and stuff like that? Or, you know, some crazy stuff like that. But I know it happens, but I usually try my best to make sure it doesn't happen. But that's about it. And usually once I get there, I'm there and I'm having fun and stuff like that. And that's not, and then I was like, what if I miss my flight one day? Which that actually happened when I went to St. Louis, and it was a hot ass mess. But that's a story for another day. But other than that, yeah, my trip is going to be the 14th through the 18th. I'm very excited. I am past due for a trip, and I'm going to try to squeeze another trip in there before I go back to school, because they are dragging us back to campus and stuff like that, and I don't really know how I feel about that because I like online classes. But yeah, they're dragging us back to campus and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm gonna have to, if I do trips from now on, they're definitely gonna they're gonna have to be like strictly weekend trips and stuff like that, because they can't do my 4 and 5 day trips like with an extended weekend like I used to if we're back in school and stuff like that. But the good thing is I will be participating in grad season this upcoming spring, and I'm very, very excited about it. And I'm just gonna have a lot going on in the upcoming years and stuff like that. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about this trip to Houston. I'm excited to start this new chapter or this new journey and stuff like that. And that's about it. I've also been out here just like buying new things as far as like makeup and stuff like that. And I guess I'll do like a video of me like trying to find some luggage. Y'all, vlogging is so hard because it's like making videos period is so hard. Because first of all, I don't like people looking at me. Like I am shy. And I know a lot of people, I know people probably won't believe that, but I am shy as hell. I don't like people looking at me. I don't like listening to my voice. Like, and I think that's the thing with like a lot of people. They don't like the way that their voice sounds and stuff like that. I'm one of those damn people. I can't stand the way that I sound. And yeah, it's just difficult because it's like I'm used to just being there and doing what I'm doing and stuff like that. So it's like, and I had a friend suggest to me, like when I go out to eat and stuff like that in these different places that I visit, to record me eating and like the different foods that I eat and stuff like that. And I told her, I was like, girl, I be thinking about that, but then I be over there stuffing my little face too and stuff like that. So I really don't be thinking about recording it. I don't be thinking about y'all while I'm over here eating this good ass food. And it's like, I love y'all and everything, but I don't be thinking about y'all while I'm over here eating. Love you, mean it, but like, but it's like I'm just used to being in the moment. I'm not used to recording myself. Like, it's just like it's a big change. So, and then like I said, like my videos are like ridiculously long, and this is probably about to be one of those ridiculously long videos too, but don't judge me. And so like, and then it's like I try to like, we want to fit all the things that I want in there without it being like ridiculously long and stuff like that. So it's just like I'm trying to find that healthy balance and that healthy medium and stuff like that, to where like y'all can get an entertaining video, and then it's not like you not sitting here like watching an episode of like the first 48 where you're like sitting there for like an hour or something like that. So yeah, that's really all that I have. Yeah, sorry about the wardrobe change, I guess. Like, I don't really know if I should apologize for that or not, but like I said, I had to go to work, and like, I'm sitting in my car recording and stuff like that, but in the middle of my recording, it was time for me to, you know, go ahead and step into work and stuff like that, and I didn't want to be late. So that is the reason for the wardrobe change. Like, that part of the video was recorded yesterday. This part of the video is recorded today, obviously. So, let me give y'all a date. So that part of the video was recorded on the 16th, and then this is being recorded on the 17th. So that's the reason for the wardrobe change. It's not like a big scenery change. And I need to figure out how to like record in my car without my damn rear view mirror being in the way, but I don't want it to pop off either. So I don't know. Y'all might just have to deal with that. I don't know. Or maybe I could just stop recording in my car. I don't know. Whichever one happens first. But yeah, that's about it. I'm going to stop running my mouth now because I have said everything that I needed to say. And fingers crossed this trip gets planned and it goes smoothly. Because if it doesn't, then I'll probably be back to complain some more. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this video, and then I'm gonna go ahead and eat my damn food because it's almost time for me to go into work again. So I was just like, let me go ahead and finish this real quick so that I can, I guess, edit this video, and we'll just go from there. So y'all have a nice day, be blessed, be good, and stay safe, and like, comment, and subscribe. I think I'm supposed to say that. Y'all have a nice day.